All right, here we are, another week around the trash fire. Your host Mathias, on with the boy.
John.
So, got some interesting news topics today.
Indeed. Indeed, we do.
Even some more teasers coming out for those dwarves. Well, I mean lore teaser, but you know.
Pretty important lore teaser that could give speculation on their army composition. So, yeah, very curious. Very curious.
You got that. We got Necromunda. We got
Got 30K.
30K, and we got good old Warhammer Fest coming up.
Yes.
So, well, let's start with the not too big of a news, I would say. No, model release, I guess. But we got the some lore tidbits about the good old what do they call it? Votan.
Leagues of Votan. The squats.
Squats. But yeah, they just give us a little. They dropped an article last week, just giving some secrets about what the leagues of Votan have been up to, hiding
So
some secrets.
yeah, the Votan are the supercomputers, it seems.
Yeah, you think they're AI? You
Oh
think
yeah, I think they I think it's pretty much confirmed, not confirmed that they're AI. Because I think because they keep talking about how if the Imperium found out, it would be not fun. It would not make people happy. So I think that it's an AI, which would be a unique kind of thing, I think, for the faction to have an AI faction.
you think they got some men of iron in their army?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean that's the big rumor. I mean we did get that one Man of Iron model in Blackstone Fortress.
We do. So we might see some of his friends, maybe.
Maybe we'll see. But yeah, I thought it was just a nice little article to go over
Yeah.
as we get closer and closer to this release date.
And also proves that there's still room for some unique stuff for the factions. We still were they're having something unique, which is the AI thing in terms of lore. So they have a place, right? They're not just another faction with no depth to it.
They're not mini Space Marines.
Yes, thankfully. It would suck. Or you got enough Space Marines.
Well, there we go. Just a little article. Moving on to the standard stuff. We got the Sunday preview. And yeah, I think we agreed that it was going to be coming out on the last, or pre-order was going to be on the last weekend of April, and here we are. And I didn't get the American price. I didn't look that up. I know the British is 180 pounds, so or
I
180
believe the
euros.
American price is 300?
Oof.
No, not 300. 200?
200 I can see. 300
Yeah,
that's
300. It's $300.
oof. That's a steep price for me.
That is a steep price. That is
Like when I compare this to the um I'm blanking on the names, the enforcers and the berserker guys.
yeah, I think it was also 300.
Yeah, but I feel like you got a lot more. I mean, I might be misremembering, but I feel like you got more terrain out of that.
You did get more terrain, but I think here you get more models because you get the vehicles. But yeah, that one you get way more terrain. The terrain here doesn't seem like a lot compared to that one.
I guess they're supplementing it with all the vehicles you get.
Yeah.
But there we go. We got that's finally coming. Just a 2-player starter box. I mean, the models are cool.
It seems that the rulebook isn't available by itself, which is very disappointing to me.
You would think so.
Yeah. Because it's none of the price lists, and it's not on the preview article. It doesn't say that rulebook will be available by itself. So that kind of sucks. To be quite honest.
Well, I mean, considering this isn't like Necromunda 2.0, you'd think they'd just have the book on its own.
Right, right. Especially because there's the Ash Wastes rules there. So
Well, they probably want to sell as many boxes as possible before they start
true.
moving to the single line
True.
items.
True.
Yeah, get what is this? 2 new map boards, some templates and dice. The standard 2-player box set stuff.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. And then Ashways, which we already saw last time.
I do think it's kind of cool that they're releasing the Ash Wastes guys, the Ash Wastes bugs, and the vehicles separately on launch. I think that's pretty cool. And does alleviate some FOMO. Like I kind of just want the Ash Waste guys. I don't have to really get the box. So
Yeah, it's very strange that they're doing this, but this is more Forge World, right? Not GW.
it is GW still. I think Specialist Games is not fully under the GW brand and not Forge World.
Okay. I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
It's just weird that they're doing this, that they're selling it separately, but not the books.
right.
But there we go, $300, or probably gonna be $50 for everything, $60,
Yeah.
maybe $80. I don't know how big are the fleas.
So I actually have the price for the fleet. All the individual boxes, like the fleas and the dudes, are $47.
Interesting. Okay.
So that's 100. Well, I guess that's $200 for just the minis if you break down the box. You're paying 100 for the rule book, the templates, the terrain, and the cards and the dice. So I guess I mean I've said this before. I don't think Games Workshop will rip you off with these big boxes. I do think that you are saving from you are always saving from getting them individually. It's just that there's a lot, and it's the thing of if you want everything in this box, it's a great deal. But if you don't want one thing, it kind of really reduces the value because you're paying a huge cost for the rest of it
Yeah, I agree.
combined. So
I'm sure you don't need an extra book, and
yeah,
and I mean you want both gangs, but you probably don't need the extra Orlock. I can't really speak for you, but I mean for me, I probably only want the Ashways if I was really interested. But luckily they're selling that separately, so I could just get it without buying the box.
yeah.
But there we go, $300 or separately. Really? So wait, do you get 2 mites per
You
box
get 4 mites per box.
for $47?
Yeah,
That is actually really surprising.
yeah, right. Considering that it's like a jet bike each.
I mean, I need to see a scale. I need to see how big.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with the picture. It is shocking that they don't have 40K rules, considering how big they are, and with the vehicles as well. These Orlock things aren't just individual models, right? They a lot of plastic for something that can only be really used in Necromunda. I mean, Titanicus exists, I guess, where you can only use that for Titanicus. So, but still getting used to that.
Yeah, well, I'm happy with the prices. I will say that because I'm pretty sure like a box of Outriders is more expensive than that. Good to see. Good to see. Good prices. All right, and on gotta get through this Necromunda stuff. Huge
Damn it, I'm buying
Necromunda.
this box. I was just staring at the models as we're talking. I'm gonna get it. Not the box set, but the Ash Wasters.
We'll go for it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, in terms of model wise, then it's just into Black Library, which we got uh Huron Black Art, which I feel like we talked about this already, but I guess not. I guess this is a different
Yeah,
book.
it's Mike Brooks. He's a good author. I just don't give a crap about Huron Blackheart.
Oh, I know who I confused him with. I confused him with that other guy, that other Chaos guy. that everyone hates because of renegades.
Oh, this is him. This is Huron Blackheart.
Is this here on Blackheart?
This is Huron, yeah. I hate Huron. Yeah, I hate Huron. Huron Blackheart because of the fourth edition Chaos Marine Codex, where they
Oh,
hardcore push renegades
I guess
instead of the legions.
I guess I got confused with Abaddon's right hand man right now. The guy who's
Yeah.
destroying Vigilus and everything.
Oh, that's the other guy who is random and no one knows who he is.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. It's a cool book though. I really like it. I like how the names on the pages. A nice black and red aesthetic. It's nice. And then what else we got here? We got more here on Blackheart. Going soft and digital. Imperial Infantryman's Handbook. I assume this is like a joke book.
Yeah, it's that joke book thing where it's like guard propaganda where, to fight an orc, you just gotta punch it. Stuff like that.
That's what I figured. Penitent, going soft cover. I haven't read this one yet. And Gloomspike going digital. Or audio, I should say, not digital. And then we got Warhammer Plus, which looks like we're gonna be doing some Tyranid invasion lore.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, I'm sure it's gonna tie in a little bit with the squats. I wonder if they're gonna retcon that. I mean, I'm assuming they have, but
Oh, that'll be interesting if they retcon the squats.
well, I mean, I'm not too much of a lore master here, but isn't the whole thing like
Yeah, they get eaten.
yeah, and their planet's like kind of close to Earth.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that one I don't know too much about, where the planet being close to Earth.
I mean, it's old 40k lore. Everything's getting retcon, really.
Yeah, that's true. All the really old stuff is getting retconned.
Yeah, so can't complain too much about it. But yeah, so we're getting that, getting some Tyranid painting, and an Avatar Part 3 painting. Which I'm looking at my poor Avatar right now, is just waiting to get painted.
Yes. It's. I heard those painting guides are really good, so.
I don't have Warhammer Plus, so unfortunately I gotta go to the good old handy dandy YouTube. Quick
There's
paint
lots of good guides
videos.
too. Those are there's a lot of that too.
Of course. Alright, and then I feel like I missed an article that I didn't put in. Check something. Nope. Okay, I did. All right. So, the knights got some more knight rules that they've decided to throw out there. Regarding psychic knights. How you feel about it? I know you since you have chaos.
I mean, I think it's another layer of gameplay for knights, which is cool, giving them psychic powers. So it's just more gameplay. What's the word? More variety in that gameplay. So I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, it's great, and I think giving him psychic powers makes him a lot better.
Yeah, and plus, when we talked about the leak last week, where you could take knights without ruining your faction only bonuses. So having that in your Thousand Suns army or something, that would be cool.
Yeah, and then you got this aura or psychic power, which grants a 5-up feel no pain, and they seem to be going with this. If you roll like an 8 on your psychic test, it has a bonus effect to it. Route I've noticed,
Yeah.
and so being able to get a 6-inch aura off on War Dog class Titans, I think it's a nice little buff there. Of course, they only show us 2 spells here, so I don't know what 2 through 5 look like, but that one's pretty good if you want to
Yeah, I
keep
think
them
that's
alive.
pretty neat. Yeah.
The Spite Squall, I don't really know too much about it because I don't really know anything about Spite Squall tallies. I don't know how that function works, but I'm sure once I look at the book, I'll know more about it. So, I mean, this could be really cool or it could be really bad.
Right.
No idea.
Depending on the points too and all that.
Yeah. And then they gave us a Zinch mark for them, which if it's not a Knight Aberrant, you can give one Titan a Psyker keyword. And your favorite ability, you can reroll psychic tests, which really strong because it's a reroll. I could see that going quite well. Though I'm sure there might be other options out there, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't know if a knight army will be viable, but I mean technically right now everything's just everything on foot. So if the knight meta pops up, things could change. But other than that, that's pretty much it on the night news right there. Not much else going. Something else we got is I don't know. Did you watch the Necromunda battle report or highlights?
I did not. From Warhammer Plus.
Yes.
I did not. I wasn't really interested because it was vehicle centric, so and once again I'm not really that interested in the vehicle rules for this expansion. I am just I mean they could just have a new setting with more models and I would be excited as I am right now. So
Well, I'm kind of glad they brought back like tank shock.
oh okay.
But I mean, granted, it makes more sense in this setting, but
I know they had tank shock, that's kinda cool.
well, I mean, it's called like ride by and uh basically depending on how far you drive your car, you could uh do a strength damage to run someone over.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a cool mechanic to have. The one they preview in this article though is more of like a ride by, where you have to get within like an inch of a guy, and then you can swing at him, and then you can also get knocked down from your vehicle, I guess. And depending, I guess this is basically this is the knockdown ride by. So depending on how far you go, uh, up to 5 inches is a strength 3 hit. 6 to 9 is a strength 5 hit, and a 10 plus move is strength 7 hit. Obviously, 10 plus being minus 2 AP and 2 damage. The 6 through 9 is minus 1 damage, and obviously strength 3 1 damage, no AP. So it could be a cool mechanic to have,
Mhm.
especially how I mean, just going by that preview board they had, how open Ash Waste is. So we'll have to wait and see. I didn't really watch it. I kind of just watched the highlights and whatever from this article. But I know you're probably not too excited to see this, but we did get new Model Monday, and we got the Stormcaller on his little mite. A unique HQ choice there.
Yeah. He looks cool, but again, he is quote unquote a vehicle, so not that enthusiastic about him. It's a great model though. It really he looks like a boss among the ash wasters, so cool design.
I agree. I see. It's hard for me to say what I want because not knowing too much of the uh vehicle rules, I don't know how good it'll be. We'll have to wait and see in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks when I get a game in, most likely. But
Mm.
I look forward to it. But that is it for that. There's one more thing I wanted to talk about. I forgot to put in, and that is, did you hear about the 40K rules update regarding supplement books?
Yes, they clarified what's being used, right?
Yes. And one of those that were hit was Crusher Stampede.
Yes. So Tyranids are not gonna dominate as hard. They're just gonna dominate.
Yeah, they're not gonna be soul crushingly dominant. They're just gonna be crushingly dominant.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
But yeah, there's a lot of books in here that I'm just like, wow, that's still being used.
Yeah, I mean they weren't, nothing said they're not usable.
I know, it's just usually when you go to the next edition, I kind of just think that everything is no longer in use. But
No,
yeah,
they if it's not contradicted or if there's no new codex, it's so playable.
yeah. Well, we got all that. I was just surprised to see it because I was like, Psychic Awakening, what? Gathering Storm? Isn't this all old books? Why is this even in here? And I guess it was still being used. So, uh, normal players rejoice a little bit, as your suffering will not be too bad, but there's
Yes.
still suffering to come. So, now on to the fun part, and is we're getting a digital Warhammer Fest. I can't remember, was the last one digital? I feel like it
Yes, I think
was.
there's an in-person version of this on Saturday.
Yes, there's an
Yeah, on the
in-person on
Horus
Saturday,
Heresy Open Day. Yeah,
and
no Blood Bowl, thank goodness.
I know they're getting the important stuff in. So we got 40K being the first day. How do you feel about them splitting these up into days like this?
I think it's dumb, but oh well. I mean, at least I have something to look forward to during the day, I guess.
I think it's. I mean, if it's a multi-day event like this, but then again, it's not. There's only one day that's in person, so it is kind of stupid when I really think about it. But you don't have to worry about. Is that it? Is that it for 40K? Is that it for AOS? And you don't have to wait for that teaser at the very end of the event to
True.
get the
You
big
kind of know what's
reveal.
coming.
Yeah. So I think it's okay, but I kind of agree with you. I kind of wish they just did it all in one big showing
Hmm.
because I don't know. This will probably take what 10 minutes, 20,
Oh,
30
like 20
minutes, 30 minutes because of the host talking all the time.
minutes. Just talk about nothing.
Yeah, but here we go. So this is all next week. So we're gonna get all these goodies. So shall we start our predictions?
Let's do it. We got it right last time, so
All right, well, 40K first then.
yeah, Space Marines done.
Chaos Space Marines with probably
Trader Guard, right?
no. Well, I mean,
Okay.
I mean, Trader Guard is rumored to be in the Chaos Space Marine
Okay, so I'm
lineup.
gonna call that as the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I was keeping it as, and then
Okay.
maybe a teaser of some revamp of Corn Demons.
Oh,
Just a
oh my
teaser.
god.
They're not gonna really show
Oh my god. If
anything.
there's new bloodletters, then going ham on Horus Heresy Demons. For sure.
I don't think they're gonna show too much, but they're gonna show a new demon.
That would be great.
Of course, they could always do that in AOS too, but
They could. That could be the AOS thing.
speaking of which, what do you think is gonna happen in AOS? Because I don't really see them really doing anything else in 40K besides Chaos Space Marines.
The next, there's a Sylvaneth flag, so probably Sylvaneth.
I didn't even look at the flags.
Oh yeah, there's a Sylvaneth and a Chaos flag and a square thing. I don't wonder what that is, but I think that's gonna be
It's probably gonna be like
AOS. The
Warcry.
square thing and the Sylvaneth.
So, do you think a Silverneth AOS? Well, I would assume it's gonna be like a box set, right? Isn't that the isn't that the big thing to do for these kind of reveals? Is a two-player box set? It's usually what the trend has been.
It's very possible it's gonna be a Sylvaneth and something two-player box set. A Chaos one, maybe.
Maybe. Who they had one last time? Who did they fight? They fought Nurgle, right?
They fought. I forgot. It was a while. I think it was Skaven.
I feel like it was Nurgle or the Blight King. It was one of those two. But yeah, I'm gonna predict a two-player box set where it'll be two new characters and maybe, if we're lucky, two new troop type or units, preferably one for each side. But that's where I'm gonna go with on that.
Mhm.
I'll take your word for it. I'll go safe route as well. I'll go Sylvaneth and Chaos, because I feel like since Chaos Demons haven't gotten their book for 40k or AOS, I assume something big is coming. I assume. Can't be 100% certain though. And then on Friday, we got the specialty games. Should we start with Warcry?
I don't know. We just had a new box, so maybe another team.
You think it's gonna be some
It's really
random?
hard to tell. I have no idea because we just got another box not too long ago. I guess it was 6 months ago. So
You
maybe
think?
another box, new edition.
Well, I mean, if we go by that flag by Sylvaneth, I mean, do you know what the one with the skull? You know what that is? What faction that is?
Which one? The That could be the Warcry thing. The Chaos Star with the bones.
Yeah. So looking at it, then the quill on top of that. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if
Oh,
that's
that
just
could be
like.
Kill Team. Oh, that's Kill Team. Yep, that's gonna be Kill Team because the Kill Team one has the flag on it. Oh, that could be Trader Guard.
I would assume that's Trader Guard.
Yeah,
Uh, well, there's dwarves, so you think it's gonna be a balloon dwarf army? Going by that flag on the far right. I
that's
would.
gonna be squats. So I actually think that squats are gonna be in the 40k one. Now that I think about it,
I don't think so. It's too soon.
or show like a model or two.
Nah, they're definitely gonna go big on chaos.
Yeah,
So that's not the balloon dwarf logo.
it could. I don't know. It could be
I'm just looking at the top, and I'm just
Paragon logo.
going off that's a hammer. I assume that's gonna be AOS.
Yeah. Um. These.
But
Yeah. No. It is. It is squats. That logo appears on the trailer.
okay, well, I'm gonna assume a kill team squats then.
Kill Team squats. Okay. I'm gonna say it's they're gonna reveal another model in addition to Chaos Marines and Trader Guard.
What about this red one? This red flag by the Imperial Fist logo.
That's the Necromunda logo.
That's the
So
Necromunda.
Necromunda something.
Okay, never mind then. Uh, well, yeah, damn, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. The only other option I see is be some Chaos Warriors, but that doesn't look like a Chaos Warrior helmet. That looks like a Space Marine helmet. I don't know. Warcry. Let's hope for something new then. Something
Yeah.
completely out of left field.
Maybe new edition.
let's see, it's been the two unique ones was the elves and the cinder people, right?
It was elves for what do you mean for Warcry?
Yeah,
The last one?
yeah.
No, it was the spider people and the Conan guys.
Okay. So, uh, who needs love? Who needs some loving? Probably like a destruction army.
Destruction or death.
Yeah,
Because we already got a bunch of chaos ones.
let's go with that. Destruction and death. I assume is gonna get something here. Necromunda. I assume we're gonna get more vehicle reveals and bounty hunters.
Yeah, or the other factions' vehicles, I would say.
But yeah, that's what I meant by more vehicles.
Yeah.
I, I, I assume that's all they're gonna go ham with. I doubt they're gonna reveal another faction. And kill team. I want to say Trader Guard, and since you fact checked that to be the squat logo, I want to say squats.
Squadron Trader Guard.
But it'd just be weird. I'm gonna assume it'll be a small kill team for squats if they're in there. Just going off the one model they showed us how armored he is.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Trader Guard and I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be squats. I actually think it's gonna be another faction.
I'm gonna stick with squats because I think this will be a good play test to see how they would play out. Even though they'll probably only get like 2 or 3 models.
Right.
And lastly, we got the Horus Heresy,
Box
which
set.
is just gonna be the box set, and then on that day they're gonna be play testing it live.
It's gonna be the box set and like the plastic stuff that we don't know about for sure yet, which is like the Kratos, the Spartan, the Leviathan. I'm just gonna say like plastic reachers and assault marines. I'm just gonna go ham for this one. Plastic Mark II.
Everything plastic.
Everything plastic. They're gonna just do that, and they're gonna reveal the books, like the rule book, the Legions book, the Trader book, the Loyalist book, the non-Space Marine book for the Mechanicum, Human, and Custodes people, and the demons. So essentially, they're just gonna talk about what's gonna come out at launch and what's gonna come out in the few months after launch. I think that's what's gonna happen.
A nice. Can I even call it? Can I even call it a roadmap? Would that even be accurate to call it that?
Maybe.
I know they're very hesitant to do those, but as long as they're vague, I guess it's okay. Because you want to get people hyped for it. So, yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to this. I want to see what they're gonna do, because I think this summer is it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good year or a good few months of models, new models, especially if you're a chaos player and 30k player.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, I think 30K. I think if AOS is going to be the least exciting from this.
Well, I mean, I think it's. I mean, they can always do this, but I think it's safe to say they're not going to really be adding too many new factions. I think it's mainly going to just be 2-player box set, release 2 books per army until they can start getting that out on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion. But I agree with you. I think AOS will probably be the most underwhelming. I mean, looking at uh the last event, they really got nothing out of it
Yeah,
besides
they
the
got
new
that
character and
thing, which is oh yeah, Night Haunt.
yeah,
I thought yeah they could have some Night Haunt.
they could, but I doubt it. But that is it on the Warhammer front. You got anything else you want to talk about before we just dive into hobby rants?
New Spartan was revealed.
New Spartan.
Caustic Spartan for Heresy Thursdays.
You know, I was gonna include that, but for some reason, my brain, I was just like, didn't we already talk about this? Last week to me is such a blur. I don't even know what happened. But yeah, okay, I want to pull this up. And so here we go. We got the plastic Spartan, the Land Raider.
Super cool. I'm not as excited because I'm whatever with the Spartan. I just don't like it from a gameplay standpoint, where it's a really expensive transport for a lot of people. So you really are putting all your eggs in one basket.
I mean, that's just a Land Raider in general.
It's just a giant Land Raider that has twice the capacity and is twice as durable, but it's also like twice as expensive. So
Yeah. Well, that's the Forge World models for you, right?
yep.
Always more expensive than they have to be.
I mean, it's neat, and if it's in the box set, and y'all have one, but it's not particularly something I'm chasing after. It's cool. I'm
I
glad it
don't.
exists. The Aquila on the door is new because they used to be on for children only thing. So I like that they're including that for loyalists now.
I don't think this is gonna be in the box set, but
Oh, this is in the leaked pictures.
all right then. Never mind.
Yeah, so
Up to 26 Legionaries or 13 Terminators. That's a lot of capacity.
a lot of capacity, but it's all in one thing. You know.
Yep. Nice super tank to have. I mean, I have to refresh my memory here. Does 7th edition still have armor value?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I kind of miss armor value.
It's a neat
in this edition.
thing. Yeah, it's one of those things where if you haven't played it for a while, you kind of remember it was neat at times.
Well, being able to position in the right spot to hit the weakest part of the vehicle was always nice.
Yeah, especially if you're playing with friends and won't have to argue playing with lame people.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're always gonna have those people.
Right. Well, 30K has Thousand Suns, so
Oh boy, I've got my Thousand Suns army ready.
here you go.
Except they're not. Well, you tell me. Does 30K allow the Primaris Fied Thousand Suns that I have, the rubrics?
Well, they're gonna be because all the new models are gonna be upscaled. So
But had I brought it during this time, where there's no to
I
put
think
them.
it would be fine because they look like that.
Okay. I
Yeah.
was just wondering if people were gonna get mad that it's not the right scale and all that.
No one's gonna get mad.
You never know. You never know with those historians of 30K.
They get mad online, but they actually never get mad in person, so it's okay. It'll be okay.
All right then. Well, we can go into our hobby rant section then. I'll start. Like I said, last week, complete blur. I really thought about did I talk about this on the podcast? I had to go over the last week's podcast just to remember if I had talked about this stuff or not. But let's see. I did a 2-on-2 game last week again.
Nice.
And of course, my partner wanted us to play Loyalist Space Marines against Loyalist Space Marines, so it was basically like playing 30k because last week we got the new or the emergency balance patch, so everyone in that game had Armor of Contempt.
Yeah, -1 AP for everything.
Yeah, so all those bolters doing absolutely nothing, and it was interesting to see how that all played out. I mean, technically it was a little boring because nothing was really dying too fast or
Yeah, I could see why that would be boring.
I mean, luckily my army is as a Black Templar. I mainly just get into close combat with all my power swords, so
Right.
those are still good. But if you were on the shooting end of stuff, it was just like, wow, my AP weapon doing nothing, and I'm like, I
Nothing.
can't wait to play my Eldar and face this and be like, all my AP1 weapons doing nothing.
Doing nothing, exactly.
So I mean, it's too early for me to say because I've only played like one game with it, but so far I think it's definitely gonna help him out a lot. That armor contempt.
Yeah. I mean,
That's,
from when I played a bit, it definitely made my guys feel way tankier than they were, so.
I mean, I wanted to play my Necrons that day, and I was just like, had I played my Necrons, I'd literally be doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I got that. I didn't film it because it was just the two people in that game were pretty new with their army, so it wouldn't have been exciting. And then I
Mhm.
mean, getting four different perspectives is chaotic enough. So
Right, right.
nothing gonna happen there. What else? I painted up my kill team of Necrons
Nice.
just in time, so all my death marks are nice and painted. I got. I don't know what we're gonna do this week. I think we're gonna do kill team.
Okay.
I'm not positive, but we'll find out tomorrow. And then I also got a game against Grey Knights this Friday.
Ooh, with armor contempt.
Armor of Contempt is great. That'll be against my Eldar, so
Oh, okay.
we'll see how that goes. Luckily, the stuff I run didn't get hit by any major nerfs, so we're.
Yeah,
But
no void beavers.
yeah, well, except for my good old support batteries, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I can work around that.
Yeah, it's gotta put them in line of sight. No big deal.
Yep, yep. What about you? What have you been up to?
Played a lot of War Machine on Saturday. I played like 3 games. Um, Super fun. I won all of them, which is great. I was playing Signar and I played my Gator army. That was super fun. I'm painting some Gators right now, actually. I think I'm gonna fully paint this like a Gator list and then really move on to 30k. Maybe I'll paint 2 Gator lists and then really move on to 30k. So that was that. And I actually was as a guest on another podcast for 30k.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they gave a shout out to us, so we to get that plug in.
Oh
But
damn. Who was
yeah, we
it?
were talking. Yeah, what's up?
Who was it?
It was Trident Wargaming, which is they're in Canada,
Oh okay.
and they wanted to chat about the actually relevant when you know how you ask if the Thousand Suns you had were okay to use.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that and that kind of attitude with the community of like how we should like the 30k community should be in a spot where people don't need to ask that question and is just like, yeah, of course you could use it, you know. So it's especially with the new edition coming out, we were just chatting about how it's ridiculous how a lot of the community is really demanding about the right pattern armor, the right pattern bolters and stuff like that. When online especially, while in person no one really cares, just want to play fun games and stuff. So yeah, it was just a good talk about heresy.
Yeah, well, I mean, those questions come up because when I talk to, like you, it's like, yeah, they gotta have they gotta be the right color, they gotta be the right
Right.
scale and all that. It's just like, well, I mean, it's kind of a barrier of entry right there.
Right. Right.
On top of the fact that it's a Forge World game, so it's also that barrier of entry right there.
Yeah, it's also stupid expensive.
Yeah. I mean, it's the reason why those kind of questions come up.
Right. So yeah, and hopefully with the new edition, it becomes more welcoming to just creativity and all that.
Well, I mean, your prediction is that it's going to be a competitive 30K out there.
Yeah, I think I and which I'm fine with. If they do competitive 30K, totally fine with that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. Then again, I don't play it. But also, 7th edition, I didn't really like 7th edition.
Yeah,
So.
even like with 40K, like we play competitive, quote unquote, 40K, but we don't spam stuff. We play to win, and we take stuff that's good, but we don't abuse the rules, if that makes sense. So I think the idea of competitive 30K isn't as scary as a lot of people think it is.
Right. Well, I mean, you never know till you give it a shot. I mean, I remember when I used to work at a game store. I know this was during 7th edition. I had some 30K players who wanted to bring in their army, their 30K army into the 40K tournaments. I'm like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, they were really powerful. I probably should have moderated them a little bit, but I mean, everyone had fun, so they are competitive. Well, I mean, they're competitive in 40K. I don't know how destructive they are in the 30K, but I don't know if it's like a different rule set or not, but it's fun, and I look forward to it because it just me. Well, I guess from the 2 weeks ago, you said the tournament population isn't that big, but who knows what will happen with 30K.
Exactly. But yeah, so that was a fun podcast. Trident Wargaming
I'll have to
Canada.
I'll have to look it up. I'm not too familiar with them. All right then. Well, I mean, is there anything else you want to add in before I think we call it here?
I think that's it.
All right then. Well, everyone, I thank you for making it to the end. Hopefully, our predictions are right. Again, if you could subscribe and leave a comment, help us out, help us get out there big. I will get that battle report out on the 30th against that Grey Knights player. It'll be rushed, but I will do it. And then, yeah. Until next time, guys.
See you, everyone.